As a nation, we have a growing appetite for venison. So much so, there isn't enough deer in the country to satisfy demand. And that means thousands of tonnes being imported from New Zealand every year. The solution, of course, is to encourage more landowners to take up deer farming. Sarah has been to investigate.
Deer have been an integral part of the Scottish countryside for centuries. The word venison comes from the Latin word venatio, meaning to hunt. And humans have been hunting and eating deer throughout our history.
Venison is widely regarded as one of the healthiest red meats you can get your hands on. It's low in fat and cholesterol, but high in iron and omega-3. What was once seen as a top-end food for special occasions is now more popular than ever before.
So popular, in fact, that one of the UK's biggest suppliers can't get his hands on enough.
I've never seen anything like it. Venison is now outgrown supply. Over the last 5 years or so, it's just been going from strength to strength. I've never seen a situation like this where we have somebody begging for raw material and not being able to find it. That's quite unusual.
Almost all Scottish venison comes from deer shot in the wild. Only 2% comes from farm deer. With demand for venison so high, experts say there's enough market for up to 500 new farms.
This year there's been a big push to encourage more landowners to go into deer farming, and so far a few have risen to the challenge.
Here at Lather&Wheel in Caithness, the final sections of fencing are going up at Scotland's newest deer farm. The man behind this initiative is a successful businessman who's keen to invest in this growing market.
Well, we've been working on this for a long time, and finally we've seen all the fences have come up. We've got about 4 kilometres of fencing going all the way around to keep the deer in. We've gone through all the various stages of bringing the pasture up to the right quality, and I think in this area it's the first time that this land over here has actually been used for something commercially for a long time.
Avi's plans are to breed his own stock, slaughter them locally and market his very own venison brand.
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to come running in on day one. It's going to take a couple of years till we get there. But I'm fairly confident that the sums add up, that it certainly will produce more than anything else I could have done with this land here.
There's big excitement today as a new delivery of hinds arrive after a long journey from Dundee. These newcomers put Avi's total number at around 200 and will become the core breeding stock for the next 14 years. These young hinds have been supplied by one of the pioneers of deer farming worldwide. Started back in the 1970s, Fletcher's of Auchtermuchty was the first commercial deer farm in Scotland and is still going strong today. But it's not always been easy, and times haven't been as profitable as they are now.
There's various things that have happened. The demand has increased because we've been marketing it very hard, and it's a good story to tell, and it's a very, very good product to sell. And I'm delighted. And I mean, that, to my mind, makes the whole thing worthwhile. But at the same time, wild venison numbers are declining. So there's less venison coming in. And for farmers going into it now, I mean, we have accumulated a deal of technology, so we know how to farm deer in Scotland.
The day-to-day management of Avi's herd is the responsibility of stockman Ewan McMillan, an experienced cattle breeder who's well up for this new challenge.
They're really a wild animal, and you've got to respect them as well as get the respect from them. They're much more flighty, and I would imagine that the handling system will have to be top-notch.
Exciting times ahead.
Very much so, yes.
deer farming has proved a massive success in countries like New Zealand, and with a booming venison market worldwide, it looks like Scottish deer farming may finally have come of age.